How many followers you got on Instagram, vegan?
On Instagram, I think it's like around 5K, but I've got like 320,000 on YouTube.
Oh, you got 320,000 on YouTube?
Yeah.
That's not bad. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Vegan Gains.
Vegan Gains. Well, let me just say this: you're not black. Number one, you don't claim to be black, and you're not a black American, so you really don't get a chance to really understand what's really going on.
Well,
you cannot go by what they show in the media.
I'd actually like to unpack that because, like, what do you mean by not being black? Like, what is a black person?
Well, number one, when I say black in this particular case, I'm talking about a black American, descendants of slaves, descendants of had to go through the Reconstruction period. People had to go through the Reconstruction. People had to go through the Jim Crow stuff. Had to go through the Civil Rights movement. So you or your people, these things have not been instilled in you and your people. Concepts, principles, movies. Have you ever seen the movie?
The stories my dad told me are pretty fucking crazy. And to this day, the shit he deals with is pretty fucking crazy.
You're in Canada though, so it's a different atmosphere.
If you go to the Midwest, it's pretty hairy. Even
Midwest of Canada or Midwest United States?
Midwest Canada is pretty goddamn racist. That's where my dad lives right now. Even in Ontario, there's still pretty bad racism when it comes to police. And I've dealt with racial profiling before.
That's where I live.
But yeah.
That's where I live. I live in Mississippi. All right. The most racist, the quote unquote most racist state in the world. I have not seen racism like maybe 2 times in my life, and most of it is from TV. All right. So, and from Democrat states, to put that in fact.
Well,
no, everything track. Let me say this right here. You are a police officer. You are part of an institution that's been used to inflict racism, bias, and all types of. Look what they just did to the girl in Illinois. So you are not authorized to speak on this subject because you work for an institution that in the United States has been used to inflict a lot of harm and damage, from the Michael Brown situation to the Trayvon Martin situation, almost because the guy was a fake cop, to the thing that's going on in Illinois with the girl getting popped in her face with the hot water situation. You are part of an institution that has been doing, and you said you're trying to be a federal agent. And we know what J. Edgar Hoover said about black people when he's from the FBI. So I don't think this is this is the appropriate thing for you to even speak on. So you're disqualified from speaking on these vegan games.
But
you said about Trump. Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish this.
Yeah, sure.
I think that you don't understand black culture in America. So because we have a different upbringing and we have a different level of racism, institutionalized racism, which is what racism more is nowadays. It's more about institutionalized racism. You don't really understand the levels of what we be talking about, or understand that the real thing that matters is not things that Trump says about immigrants. Black people in the United States don't care about immigration. We care about jobs, we care about opportunity, we care about equality, we care about equal housing opportunities, we care about equal education opportunities. That's what matters. All the immigration talk is for his base and for something else. He's not talking to us when we talk about that. Black people ears only open in the United States when we talk about money, when we talk about crime, when we talk about reform, when we talk about opportunity, education. That's it. All the other crap, the gay marriage stuff, the immigration stuff, he's not talking to us. We don't care about it. Are you a track and field fan?
Not so much. More into like powerlifting, strength sports.
What's your deadlift?
My deadlift's only 500. I've had
That's horrible. What's your squat?
My squat's also bad. I almost had my leg amputated a few years ago.
Okay, so how are you a hell of a dude when your deadlift's only 500? I did that in high school. Your leg is, you haven't done well on the squats.
I benched 410 and I overhead pressed 240.
Your bench is 410. Listen, how much do you weigh at benching 410?
270.
You weigh 270
you should be benching more than that.
That's horrible. I benched 385 when I was 180 pounds. That's nothing.
Bro, I'm on
Instagram. Show me the video and I'll believe
you. I can bench more than 315.
Listen,
so you should be benching way more than that.
Your power to weight ratio is horrible.
No.
You have horrible. That's your other side coming out. That's that Caucasus Mountain side.
Yeah, so no, the strength to weight ratio isn't terrible. I'm 6'3". If you're taller, you're gonna have to be at a higher body weight in order to.
Bro, come here to Ole Miss. Come here to Mississippi State. There's guys smaller than you benching and lifting more than you are that I can go talk to right now and put them on the live stream. That is bad.
No,
That's not that good.
it's not.
Yeah, that's not
They're
good.
It's
just
good in
exceptional
Canada.
lifters.
It's good in
That's good
Canada.
for Canada.
It's
Yeah,
good in
and to tell you straight, there are no men in Canada anyway. Did you hear about him saying that? Vegan?
Yeah,
Did you hear about him saying
yeah.
that?
So
There are no men in
I
Canada.
don't really
Drake
take
got
Andrew
killed.
Tate seriously.
Drake got slaughtered by Kendrick Lamar. Let's just start right there. Drake got slaughtered by Kendrick Lamar. Toronto Raptors aren't really that good. They suck. Did they go to the playoffs? No, they went to the playoffs and got a conference.
Drake likes little girls. Drake like little girls.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.